Our next speaker dedicates every day to building, supporting, and defending our community. Please welcome to the podium the Chief Executive Officer of the San Diego LGBT Center, Dr. Delores Jacobs.
Today, every Californian who loves freedom and fairness was stunned and outraged by our Supreme Court. In fact, in the first moments after the decision, Facebook was silent for 45 seconds. Now, I see you shaking your head. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, what has happened? You could feel the collective pain and grief that once again we were told we are not free in the land of freedom. Our hopes and our love are not worthy in the great state that swears it's a live and live state. It was like November 5th, all over again. And then you could feel the pain give way to the white-hot anger. Do you feel that anger today? It's a rage for 70,000 California children who are growing up in loving same-sex homes, who had to be told this morning that their families are not equal in this state. It's a disbelief that every non-majority group has now a new reason to fear, because it only takes 4% of friends, neighbors, and total strangers who don't know anything about your faith, your life, and your commitment to love to strip away your fundamental freedoms. That's what happened in California today. But born out of that anger and that grief is a new generation of civil rights activists and leaders who cannot and will not stand by and watch California turn back the clock on civil rights. Now, we've been called a lot of names in this campaign and in this fight, but one of them rings powerfully true today. We are indeed the most dangerously dedicated and determined group in recent history. And we intend to make that description mild. You all saw and heard today the commitment of every major civil rights figure and group in California as they called us to the work of another election, a ballot measure to overturn 8. And whether it is 2010 or 2012, San Diego will answer that call. San Diego's been called ground zero in this fight in California, and that may be true. But I know the soul of San Diego. We may be moderate, even sometimes conservative, but San Diegans believe in justice. And they will listen to the voices that call them to that justice, and it is your voices that will issue that call. You'll invite them to dialogue no matter how uncomfortable. You're going to help them understand this call to freedom. So whether you're a veteran of hundreds of freedom battles or a newly energized, committed soldier in the fight, whether you're a Republican, a Democrat, or a committed decline-to-stater, whether you're a member of the business community or a proud, loyal member of labor, whether you're a member of Families for Equality, members of the communities of color, or you stand for environmental justice, and most particularly, if you are a member of the 2,500 congregations that stood with us as Faith for Equality. This fight needs your voice, and it needs it today. Side by side and united, will demand a California that fulfills its promise. Look around. You are all today the embodiment of Harvey Milk's quote 30 years later. You are the hope that will never be silent. You are the hope that will not rest, that will walk, will phone, will talk, will march, and will work every day to convince every voter that our love is equal love and our rights are not second class. Yeah!